All right, guys, welcome. Today we're going to be talking about gear fear. Now, I know the wipe's coming. Everybody's talking about the events that are going on, all the different bosses being on different maps, which is an awesome time, but it brings back a lot of new players. And for those new players out there, a lot of them might get turned off to Tarkov because of gear fear. That's something we're going to talk about today. Some of my viewers have been asking me about it. How do you get over it? To be honest, I've played this in my third wipe now, and I still get gear fear every now and then. But I'm going to put out some strats that'll help you with that, help minimize it, and hopefully you could overcome it. All right, so I appreciate you guys for tuning in. If you like what you see, please drop a subscribe, a like, comment, and yeah, let's get started. All right, so there's a few things that I learned along the way in my career in Tarkov, if that's what you can call it so far. The main thing is you can't miss what you don't buy. All right, so don't go crazy getting geared out every single raid and go in there full kitted, because all it's going to do is really frustrate you when you come across somebody who just one taps you in the face, or you get head eyes by a scav, which it happens to everybody, right? So the main thing is take what you can that's usable, look at your durability, make sure your gun's not too damaged. Early wipe, the biggest thing is surviving, not killing people. So that takes us to our second topic. Go light and move fast. My viewers know that there's a lot of times where I'll come in with just a VPO 215 with AP rounds that I can craft myself inside the hideout. I'll throw a monstrum scope on there if I found one, or just go iron sights. Eventually I'll upgrade it to where it has a suppressor by hitting suppressor house on woods. Maybe throw a voodoo on there if I start to get a little classy with it, but it'll still one tap somebody in the face earlier on the wipe. That's the key. You don't need the best gun or the best anything really, except for ammo. Ammo is the biggest equalizer in Tarkov. So focus on your ammo, make sure your gun has good durability, and just hit your shots. My next point comes to 0 to hero. It kind of feeds off of the last one, but if you come in with just a gun, no armor, and it might sound weird at first, but I had to do this for I believe it was a Jaeger quest, maybe it was a proper quest, I can't remember. But the point is, I had to come in without any armor, any helmet, and I had to hunt 20 PMCs on woods. Now, at first, I really just despised having to do this, and I thought it was going to be terrible. But what it taught me is not to give a crap. Just go in there, focus on your movement, focus on your positioning, and that little voice in the back of your head that says I might lose my gear, it's not even there. It doesn't even go away because it's not there in the first place. So it taught me something. Don't care about your gear. Well, that's easy to say. It's hard to put into practice unless you don't buy your gear. So hit the stashes. They have a lot of great gear. You can find full gazelles, full Karuns, tier 5 armor. Hit stashes, kill other people, take their gear, go with 0 to hero. When you come out of the raid and you've got that full kitted meta, soon to be Scar or Mutant, if they're still carrying that meta from last wipe, then cool. You could use it if you want, or you could sell it to mechanic and get over like 100 grand worth of rubles, and it costs you nothing. If I go in with a VPO 215 or a Vepr Hunter, I'm usually spending anywhere from like 18 to 40 grand, and I'm coming out with a 60 grand positive profit just off that one weapon that I sold. Same goes for armor, helmets, everything else. So 0 to hero is a very viable thing to do, and it's not just something to entertain your stream. The other point I want to make is find something that works for you and use it, right? Like, I get made fun of sometimes for running the VPO 215. I get made fun of for running the Mosin. The great thing about those guns is you're building up your sniper skill every time you reload them. You can one tap any Chad to the face, especially this early in the wipe. And if you get good enough with a single shot bolt action rifle and you're hitting your shots, it'll scare the shit out of people. You'll find yourself in a situation where you're able to take on 1v2s, 1v3s, because if you take out the ringleader, the most juiced looking dude, a lot of his teammates are probably going to be getting Sherpa at that time, especially this early in the wipe, and they're going to think twice about pushing you. They're going to scatter and leave. A lot of times they won't hang around and protect their buddy's gear, and they're just going to go. So you need to find what works for you. For me, early wipe, I'm always running the Mosin. I'll start out with it usually unsuppressed with just a PU scope, the 2.5 magnification. If I can get a Baromet suppressor, I'll throw it on there. That's a plus. You can usually find those in suppressor house. You can get them off sniper scav very easily. They don't have a durability right now in the game, so that's great. But eventually you just build it up, and from there you're out there one tapping people and taking their gear. So it's really what you want to do. If I'm running customs or something more close quarters, I'm going to run the SKS with PS ammo. It'll do a lot of great work first thing, but a lot of people will kind of crap on it. You really don't need much more than that. I've taken out fully geared dudes with just a SKS and PS ammo. But like I said, it's all about what works for you. The more you use the same weapon, the more you get better with it, the more you can handle it. And you're also leveling up your character's skill to where they can handle that recoil or that sniper skill, whatever the case may be. All right, so the next thing I want to cover with you guys is barter. Barter. Please, if you don't have to, don't buy armor, right? There's tons of barters out there. This last wipe, you could literally get an M1 for some Aquamaries and Kvass. The TV110 rig, which is great. You can trade 4 bleach and 2 shampoos for that. You can also get a CPC rig for like a whiskey or 3 whiskeys. I think they jumped to 2. You can get a slick as well for like 3 ripstops and a bunch of aramid and a couple other items. So really look at your barters when you have your traders upgraded. Watch to see what gets unlocked. Keep those items. Look for those items specifically. I have sticky notes next to my monitor to kind of remind myself while I'm playing and going with the raids. And the more you get those bartered items, you're not paying for it. So it once again helps you not form gear fear. So it goes back to that. You can't miss what you don't buy. Another thing you want to focus on is combat. Early wipe, you're pretty light at the first part of your raids. You're not really weighed down unless you have a lot of loot. Don't forget to like hit Z twice, drop your bag during combat. That way if you do die, they can't find it. If you win, you can go back and get it. At the same time, you're able to move a lot faster. I'm not sure what inertia is going to bring in 12.12. I'm really hoping that it mixes it up. I'm really hoping that it changes some of the play styles out there, so we can see Tarkov kind of follow that road of being a real mill sim. But having said that, you need to make sure that you're fire and maneuvering. You need to make sure that you're flanking people. Don't just be predictable. Move around and use this early wipe to kind of take risks. If you're the kind of player that just crouch walks everywhere, that's fine. But right now, when you don't have gear and you don't have anything, play a little bit more aggressive when the time's right. Be more passive when you're supposed to be more passive, and that'll teach you how to focus and hone your skills rather than depending on your gear. If you find yourself feeling more invincible when you go into a raid because of the gear you have on, you're already losing. It shouldn't matter what gear you have on. Now, I know some people might not agree with that, or they might hate that statement. It's in theory, right? Obviously, if you have a Alton helmet against PS ammo, you're gonna win, typically. But someone can easily leg meta you at the KS-23. My point is, try to eliminate gear from your mind as much as possible. So that's it, guys. Those are my tips. I know it's kind of jarbled and thrown together. I really appreciate you guys tuning in, and I really hope this helps you guys on this new wipe that's coming up. I'll see you out there. I'll be streaming on Twitch on the weekends, on Saturday and Sunday. For you guys in the States, that'll be Saturday morning, Sunday morning, and in Japan, it'll be Saturday night, Sunday night, and during the week, I'll be putting up content on YouTube. But thank you guys so much. Take it easy, and remember, hit those shots.